But we now cross to Fundiswa Mhlekude. She's now at the mortuary and, just overseeing the collection of the bodies back home for burial. A very good morning to you again, Fundiswa. Just take us through what's happening at the mortuary.
As well as the Gqathula families are at the Gquma funeral services here in town, where they are fetching the bodies of their loved ones. Remember, the Ngqina family is fetching 4 bodies, the Gqathula family is fetching 3 bodies, and there is also a family from Gqathula that are also fetching the bodies of their loved ones here. They will be taking them to the crime scene, as well as they bury them at the cemetery where they will be laid to rest. Remember, after taking these bodies here, they will be driving to the crime scene where they will speak to the souls of those of the deceased and tell them that they are taking them from the crime scene so that they can go and rest in peace in their ancestral home, which is Lambasi village, as well as Gqathula village here in Lusikisiki. We spoke to family members earlier on, where they are saying they are very devastated. They are finally coming to terms with the death of their loved ones. It's beginning to sink in that their loved ones are no more. So from here, I will be handing over the reins to my colleague Nkululeko Nyembezi, who is at the crime scene. Simpiwe.
Now, just before we do that, Fundiswa, I asked Nkululeko a little earlier on about who will be overseeing the funeral proceedings because the entire family has been wiped out. So what are you seeing from your vantage point? Who is there to oversee the proceedings, the collection of the bodies, and taking them to the crime scene for the performance of some of the rituals?
Well, when we were at Lambasi village, we saw that village men are still erecting a tent, because the tent that was erected yesterday was too small for the number of people that are expected to come today. But we saw women who are still preparing the food and everything that will take place. They are cleaning the homestead. But we also saw village people who are heading towards those 2 homesteads, because the Gqathula and the Ngqina family are not far from each other. So there were a number of people who are going on the road to the 2 households where the funerals will be taking place. Okay. And as we were talking to the family members, they are still devastated. They are very sad that today they are burying their loved ones a year after they buried 3 of their family members, because Umama Nomnikelo and Zinzi, as well as an unborn child, because Uzinzi was heavily pregnant, they were killed. So today, a year later, after they were killed, they are still having to bury more of their loved ones.
All right, Fundiswa, I will chat to you a little later on. Thank you so much for that update. Fundiswa Mhlekude there is outside the mortuary where the bodies will be collected in preparation for burial.